Hey everyone, so I'm sorry for the mess and for my appearance. My husband and I are still unpacking, and the place is kind of like a rec room at the moment. Um, and I also exercised and showered. My hair's wet, it dries in a braid, so otherwise it gets really poofy, and I'm just in comfy clothes right now, so sorry I don't look my best. But anyway, I wanted to give a quick update today because my husband and I are going up to the Midlands this weekend to celebrate his grandmother's 80th birthday. It's going to be a pretty big party, and I'll be unavailable until Monday evening, so I thought I'd give an update now. Basically, I did something really dumb today, and I decided to take a home pregnancy test. I'm 9 DPO, and I know it's far too early, but I'm getting to the point where I'm getting really antsy, so I totally caved and took a first response test this morning, and of course it was completely negative. I wasn't expecting it to be positive, but still seeing the negative is, pretty disheartening. So now I'm trying not to be too down on myself. Because I have 30-day cycles, I'd be due to come on and start menstruating again on Boxing Day, December 26th. Obviously, I'm hoping that won't happen. But yeah, I know that some people get very faint positives, 9 DPO, so I figured I'd give it a shot, but I wasn't surprised it came out negative. I am still having some symptoms. My symptoms yesterday were pretty minimal. I did not have any memorable dreams last night, so that was the first in 3 nights that I did not have very vivid dreams. But this morning my temperature stayed up, still at 36.6 degrees Celsius and 97.88 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's really, really good. I had a dip at 6 DPO, 7 DPO, it went right back up, and now it's still stayed up, so fingers crossed. I will be taking my temperatures over the weekend when we go up north. I'm probably not going to be waking up at the same time. However, I figure that even if my waking times are going to be inconsistent, it's still better to keep tracking my temperatures. Symptoms today, again, pretty much nothing. Oh, my breasts are a little bit sore. Not a lot and not consistently. Really only notice it if I test myself, I don't really feel anything, but if I bump into something or if my husband starts, groping me or something like that, sorry, that sounds crude, then I notice it. Not all the time, it comes and goes. Hoping it's not just my imagination. What else? I had some back pain today, coming in waves earlier when I was sitting reading. It felt kind of like menstrual cramps where it radiates through your lower back. I got 1 or 2 of those and it went away and my back is fine now. So, despite, my disappointment this morning, which I probably totally deserved because I was trying to promise myself that I wouldn't test until, Christmas Eve. At least, the symptoms are keeping me positive. Yeah. So that's really been it today. Just trying not to get down on myself, though I am kicking myself for, breaking, my will completely broke down. I haven't told my husband that I tested this morning. He would probably roll his eyes at me. We have a 2-pack of first response tests left, and I'm really, really gonna stick to not testing at least until 14 DPO. It's 5 days away, and I need to hold out until then because I'm just gonna keep, frustrating myself, and my attitude's gonna get worse and worse, and that's useless. What else? It snowed today, which isn't a big surprise or anything. Some people in the States aren't sure if it snows in the UK. It definitely does. My first winter here was in 2008. I came here in December of 2008, and in February of 2009, we had a huge snowstorm in London, and London basically shut down for a couple of days, and newspapers were, having pictures of, bankers and lawyers with their briefcases having snowball fights in the street, and people sledding down hills in the middle of roads, and we live on top of a really, really big hill. It takes about 15 minutes just to walk down it to get to the closest tube station, and gosh, when it's snowy, it snows and then it's okay, and after a couple of days of people walking down it and it melting a little bit in the morning and freezing at night, it's packed down and it's solid ice. It's like an ice rink, and walking down it is a bit of an adventure. I have to do it every day to get into central London. Yeah, so that's a little bit crazy. It does snow, and we got a bit of snow today. It was coming down really, really hard, but it didn't start to settle for a while, and we're hoping that it doesn't impede our journey too badly this weekend. We're driving, so I'm sure once we're out of London it'll be okay, but it can snow very, very, very hard here. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a really good weekend, and if you want to keep up with me again, I will post a link to my Fertility Friend chart down at the bottom if you want to look at my chart. I will record my temperatures this weekend, and I don't think I'm going to have internet, so I'll have to put them into the chart on Monday, but I'll try to get my temperature for tomorrow morning in before we leave. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible, because I'm not 100% sure what time we're leaving, but if it's really early, we're probably just going to be up and out the door. But anyway, have an awesome weekend, everybody, and I'll catch up with you on Monday. Bye!